replace your windows? Windows companies will always say yes. That's their business, right? But windows are one of your most visible architectural features. They're the eyes of your house. So before you commit to replacement, there are 3 questions that will help you figure it out what actually makes sense for you. So question number 1, what's actually broken versus what just looks tired? There's a big difference between windows that have failed and windows that are just dated. So failed windows, you've got fog between the panes that won't clear, that's a broken seal. The frames are actually rotted, not just weathered. They don't open and close properly. You've got wrong proportions for your house architecture, like vinyl sliders on a Victorian. But there's also dated windows. They're drafty around the edges, the hardware looks cheap, the style doesn't match what you want, so they work fine, they just look old. If your windows are failed, you're probably replacing them. But if they're just dated, you have more options than you think. Now, question number 2, have you actually looked at what you can do short of full replacement? Most people jump straight from I don't like my windows to I need new windows. But there's a whole range in between. Option 1, you can refresh what you have. That can cost from $100 to $300 per window. If your frames are solid, you can paint them, upgrade the hardware, add proper interior casing. I had clients with perfectly good windows that just looked tired. We painted the frames, put in quality handles and locks, added a nice interior trim, and that cost about $300 per window, and honestly they look better than most new windows because the proportions are right. Now, option 2, you can add interior storm windows. That can cost from $150 to $400 per window. Interior storm windows sit on the inside of the existing windows and dramatically improve insulation without replacing the originals. And this is huge if you have a heritage home or windows with good proportions that you want to keep. You preserve the exterior look and the architectural character while getting modern performance. Now, option 3, full replacement, and that can cost $500 to $5,000 per window. And if you're replacing, understand what you're getting. Wood frames are beautiful but need maintenance. Vinyl is affordable but can look cheap, though quality has improved. And fiberglass, for example, perform best but costs more. So here's what works well. Wood interior with aluminum clad exterior. You get the beauty inside, no maintenance outside, and they last for decades. Now, question number 3, be honest about why you want new windows. There's good reasons, for example, design. If your windows have wrong proportions or they bother you every time you look at them, that's valid. You live there and design matters. But make sure you're replacing them with something that's actually better, design-wise, not just newer. Now, function, they're actually failing or the draft is making the roof unusable. So real problems deserve real solutions. Now, strategic timing. If you're doing a major renovation anyway and it makes sense to do them all together. Now, there's also some questionable reasons. For example, energy savings alone. The payback period is usually 25 to 40 years, so it's fine as a bonus, but terrible as your only reason. Now, resale value. I would say that new windows are expected in Toronto, not a premium feature, so they prevent value loss rather than creating value gain. So if you've worked through these 3 questions and you've decided replacement actually makes sense for you, the next question is, what type of windows? There is casement, double hung, awning, slider. These all operate differently, perform differently, and cost differently. And picking the wrong one for your situation is an expensive mistake. I made a whole video breaking down the 6 main window types and when each one makes sense. You can find it here, and I'll see you there.